And the last thing I wanted to do here, I just wanted to go over the price prediction for Bitcoin that I'm thinking, right? So, and I was talking about this on the right moves before, but I'm gonna just elaborate here with if we add the N2 Global Liquidity Index, we don't need both. And we head to the daily, let's take off the trend. So my expectation is that we are, let's show waves, that we are well within the run for Bitcoin. Makes perfect sense. But I believe that basically you see these long poles, and so you have this long pole and then this price action. You have this long pole and then this price action, long pole and then this price action. Again here, again it shows up again and again. Also on the reverse. Generally speaking, when you break out to the upside, right, just like over here, we're coming here to gather, we're gathering the orders from this level. Once we blast off, it should be basically the same order of magnitude as the pole, the level up here. So that would bring us to somewhere around 215,000 for Bitcoin by it looks to be May, the end of May, so June 1st, which is where I would be expecting the price. And if this doesn't keep making new highs, if we end up lower, I suspect we're actually going to turn down on liquidity. We'll see. It's not guaranteed. We'll see. If it is 200,000 or so, we'll be the top for this cycle. And then I believe we head down towards the bottom here, which is what you've seen before. My cycle bottom is always this orange line, which is, I forget what it's called. What's it called again? That is the lustrum, right? Oh yeah, the lustrum, which is the 5-year average. So we've always touched that level. This is in the collapse after 2019, COVID crash, bottom after the Celsius FTX, all that sort of thing, Luna, and then I think we're going to get back to this bottom, which will be around 40,000, which coincidentally aligns with the average Bitcoin price, holders Bitcoin price for Bitcoin, which we saw on the Kathy Woods Big Ideas PDF in the right moves. So once that happens, we're going to be switching our whole thing to be trading towards. Well, I mean, we're going to follow the same rules, but our expectation is to trend towards the downside, and I suspect we'll make even more money there because, as you can see, these downsides, I mean, they happen pretty quick. And then we'll know how to accumulate. We'll buy at the bottom of 40,000, and then we'll write it up for the next trend all the way up to a million. I'm going to say, Peter, a million Bitcoin. That's what it's going to be.
I got a question.
Let's hear it.
You talked about failed trades. Forgive my ignorance because I don't pay attention to other signal groups. Um, does your signal tell us what the trade is?
No, well, I when I send out a signal, I go, this is around the entry price. This is the trend I'm looking for, so bearish or bullish, and this is where I'd be getting out. But it doesn't. The reason why it's on a planned trade is that there's always a possibility for liquidation in our thing because we're doing 50x leverage. So the idea is that if you get liquidated because the price moves against you, that might still be a good entry point.
Right.
So you get liquidated, I then enter again. The thing is, I'm expecting people to use their own indicators and other things that they're using in order to get a sense of what's going on. So maybe you might look at the Bitcoin liquidation chart. Maybe you might say, "Hey, Tom, I saw your signal here, but I'm going to wait for the RSI to be overbought or oversold," and then you use that for your own discretion. But I consider the trade successful if, after the signal, within the time period, and that's the important part, within the time period, the price did get to where we were targeting.
And do other signal groups talk about?
They usually do one or the other. Either they give you a specific trade. This is the entry price. This is the take profit. This is a stop loss. But they don't have a specific time window for it.
See.
And then other ones will just give you a signal, just a direction, a trend signal, without any recommendation as to what to do with it. But ours, we're doing a hybrid because I want people to trade 50x leverage.
Yeah.
Because I think what happens is that there's certain trades that you wouldn't bother taking otherwise
Right. Too small.
because it's a small of a move. But to be able to nail a small move, and then sometimes you've seen before, and some weeks it's been like, oh, there are 300% trades here
Right.
because we just needed a little bit of a move, this channel in order to move in, which is hard to do on some of the signal groups because they don't want to risk that, and so they give you a buy entry and they say, "Oh, now hold it, but do it at 2x leverage and hold it for the next 3 months." Okay, great. I don't need your help for buy and hold. I'm already doing that.
Gotcha.
Just buy and hold and buy the dips. Like, what are we worrying about here? Why are we trying to do that? Take out some a loan off of Aave, loaned out your Bitcoin and buy more Bitcoin. Like, if that's what you're going to be doing.
That's what
So
I
I like
considered.
my mix here because it gives you direction, target price, time frame, and it's just the entries that are can be pretty tricky, or the path dependency. So that's to get liquidated, and it has to be like, no, no, we're liquidated because Trump sent a tweet out. I got a short now. That's what
So
you
do
do.
I have to do 50x to follow your trade?
No, not at all. You could do it however you want, but my trades are optimized for 50x leverage, not 75, not 100. I've tried, don't work. Um, it works for 25%, but I rather do half a position at 50x leverage because that feels the same way as the 25x. Um, and I don't mind getting liquidated. If I get liquidated, oftentimes I don't mention this on stream. In fact, I don't think I've ever mentioned it. Oftentimes, when I get liquidated, I immediately go back in for another trade
At half.
at half position exactly. Um, it depends. If it's the weekly trade, I'll often go back in, and it's matched on waves, and there's other confluence indicators.
Mhm.
I'll just go in for a full position, but my full position is 5%, so no big deal.
All right.
If I blow up my account, I just try again. Like, what do I care? I care. Although I have not blown out an account in a long time now.